I never imagined my life would take a turn so dramatic, so unexpected, that everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and sacrifice would be challenged beyond repair. This is my story. A story of forbidden love that broke all the rules, reshaped my identity, and forced me to confront the hardest choices I've ever faced. I grew up in a small, close-knit town where tradition ruled every aspect of life. My family was proud, conservative, and deeply rooted in our customs. From a young age, I was taught the importance of respect, obedience, and the value of keeping family honor intact. Love, I was told, was something to be approached with caution and within boundaries set by society and family. For years, I lived by these principles, believing that love outside those boundaries was reckless and dangerous. Everything changed the moment I met Adrian. He was unlike anyone I had ever encountered, mysterious, confident, and magnetic. Our first encounter wasn't planned or accidental. It was almost like fate threw us together when I least expected it. I was working late at the local library, and he walked in looking for a book on philosophy. His eyes met mine with an intensity that made my heart skip. From that instant, the rules I'd followed began to crumble. Adrian wasn't from our town. He was a stranger with a past he never fully revealed. That made him even more intriguing. Over time, our conversations grew deeper, about dreams, fears, life's unfairness. We connected on a level that felt both exhilarating and terrifying. But the more we grew closer, the louder the warning bells in my mind rang. I knew my family would never accept him. His background was different. His values seemed conflicting with ours. The more I tried to push the feelings away, the stronger they became. The love we shared was raw and real, but it was also forbidden. To everyone around us, we were breaking rules, the unspoken rules of loyalty, social expectations, and family honor. I remember the night we finally admitted to each other that what we had was more than friendship. It was a moment suspended in time, full of hope but shadowed by the reality that our love could cost us everything. Choosing to be with Adrian meant risking my relationship with my family, my friends, and the life I had always envisioned. But choosing not to be with him felt like betraying my own heart. Every day became a battle between what was right and what felt right. The first confrontation with my family was brutal. Their disappointment cut deeper than any physical pain I had ever known. They couldn't understand how their words were harsh, full of warnings and ultimatums. I was told I had to end things with Adrian, or be prepared to lose them forever. That ultimatum forced me to look inside myself. What mattered more, the love I had found or the life I was supposed to live? I realized that love wasn't just about passion or happiness. It was about courage, sacrifice, and standing up for who you truly are. I knew I had to choose my path, even if it meant walking it alone. Adrian stood by me through it all. His unwavering support became my anchor when everything else seemed to crumble. Together, we faced judgment, rumors, and isolation. But in those darkest moments, our love shone the brightest. Still, life demanded more of us than just love. We had to navigate practical challenges, financial instability, career choices, and the constant pressure from a society unwilling to accept us. Every decision we made was weighed with the consequences it could bring. Looking back, I know our story wasn't perfect. It was messy, painful, and full of hard lessons. But it was also beautiful and transformative. The love that once seemed impossible became my greatest source of strength. It showed me that true love doesn't always follow rules. Sometimes, it breaks them to set you free. After that night when I confessed my feelings to Adrian, nothing was the same again. Every glance we shared, every conversation, carried the weight of what we both knew, that our love was a rebellion, a secret that could unravel our lives. I remember walking home under the moonlight after our confession, my heart pounding with a mix of joy and fear. I was exhilarated to finally admit the truth, but terrified of the consequences waiting just beyond the horizon. The next morning, reality struck harder than I had expected. My parents noticed the subtle change in me. The way I smiled when my phone buzzed, the distant look in my eyes when I was supposed to focus on mundane chores or family conversations. It wasn't long before my mother confronted me. Her voice trembled between anger and sorrow as she demanded to know what was going on.